So here we are now at the NAMM with Dan from Empress Effects. There is a new effect coming out. So what is that new effect you have right now, please?
So it's called the Zoia. And the Zoia is basically a platform for creating musical things.
Okay.
So a thing could be like an effect, like a traditional, delay or something like that. You can do synths, like a Eurorack style where you build something from the ground up. Utilities, MIDI functions, any kind of thing you can build on it.
All right.
And all of that can be saved with presets, the same system as our other pedals. So if you're familiar with those, it'll be pretty intuitive. I can show you quickly here how you would build something on the grid.
Yeah, please.
The grid is where you build stuff, and you drop modules in and connect them together. So right now, the only modules are the inputs here, and then we have the outputs of the pedal there, and they're connected together, the input to the two outputs. So now it's just going to pass your dry signal. Let's say we wanted to make a delay. We could add a delay line to that with some feedback and get ourselves like a basic delay. So to add a module, you just press where you want to add it, and from the menus you select what you want to do. So it's an audio module, and we'll select the delay line, and then we're going to add a tap tempo switch as well. So now it's on there, and you can click through to see what you have. So the delay line has an audio in, a modulation, a tap tempo input, which we're going to connect, and then the audio output. So to connect the audio path, we're going to take the input, because we're just plugged into the left input. So we'll go input into the delay line, and then out of the delay line into the two outputs. So now you can see that those are connected.
Okay, so this is the path.
Yeah, so we have the input going to the outputs for our dry signal, and then the input going through a delay line to the outputs for our delayed signal.
Okay.
And now I'm just going to add the tap tempo switch quickly here, which is a stomp switch. And I'll connect that to the tap tempo switch. So now when I tap, it's going to control, and we can look and we can see. So now we set the delay time with the tap tempo. So now if you play, you should have a single repeat, because it's going to play once, and then it's going to play a delayed version of itself.
All right.
And then what we can do is add feedback. So we want to feed the output of the delay line back into the input, and then you can set how strong that signal is. So something like that should give you like a couple repeats on your delay.
All right, here we have.
So the stronger that signal strength is, the more of the signal is getting fed back into the delay line, and the longer it'll take to trail off. And then you can keep expanding it. You have pages, so you can scroll page over and over, right? So you basically have unlimited space to add things. And so you can do something like this, which is we've taken that delay line but then expanded it to have overdrive and EQ to make it dark. Feedback controls, we had modulation on both sides to give it a nice stereo with. We had mix controls, and you can package all that together into an effect that then you could plop down, like here, like say that was the delay that we made. And you could also chain it with lots of other effects and make yourself like a virtual pedal board, so to speak, right?
And what are those processing coming from? From the ecosystem, reverb, you have...
So what we just built is from scratch. It's literally just a delay that copies the audio path exactly, right? It just delays it. So that's like this type of effect. We do have a library, like if you went to add something, you have different categories. And we have this effects category, which lets you drop in pre-made effects as well. So like if you wanted to just drop in a reverb, you can do that. Because making a reverb from scratch is quite involved. You can't do it on this, but unless you understand how to modulate a whole bunch of delay lines and not get like the single taps, dropping in a reverb that's pre-built would probably be easier for you. So if you want, if you're just getting into it and you don't want to build stuff from scratch, you could just take pre-built modules, drop them in like this, and make kind of a pedal board out of it.
And just you can stack any effect a lot of time.
You can connect anything to anything. So it's pretty much whatever you want to do. You know what I mean? The other side of things that are, if you want to get more like Euroracky, I guess you'd call it, you can make synths and things from scratch. Like I have a couple presets here that I made earlier.
Yeah, you have some presets already loaded?
So like this one is a synth that is being controlled with a step sequencer.
Okay,
so
that's the one we hear on the back.
So it's playing a song for us. You can also have it controlled with like So this is like a 4-voice polyphonic synth, right? The cool thing about this that you can't do with a Eurorack is that, you know, once you make this voice, you have your monophonic synth, but you can't make chords or anything like that.
Yeah.
With the Zoia, you can take this whole voice, package it into what we call a super module, and then copy and paste it as many times as you need. So if you need four voices of polyphony, you just copy it 4 times, right? And then you can get the polyphony that you need. And then out of that, like we have one here, Mega Synth, where we take this and then we actually run it out into some traditional effects as well. So I had to do an auto pan, a delay, and reverb as well. So it's, and it's, you know, it's got the tap tempo, everything you'd expect pedal as well. So it lets you build pretty much whatever you want,
everything.
Right? It's kind of the pedal becomes whatever you want it to be.
Yeah. And the distortion and overdrive, they also come from something you built before, or it's completely new?
So there's like overdrive pedals like in the effects section, and then there's also just distortion. There's a few different versions of it. Like there's just a straight up like saturation, digital saturation.
Okay.
And then there's other ones that we've tailored to like be more pleasing right out of the gate. Like you can make the digital ones sound good, but you need to EQ it and stuff so you don't get all the harsh overtones.
And when you created that, you focused on guitar player, synths?
Well, originally we were thinking we wanted to do a Eurorack module, but we found like there's only so many ways you can make an oscillator, right? And, you know, etc. So we ended up kind of blending the two together, right? We took like the Eurorack concept of building stuff from scratch, but we also, you know, we didn't want to lose delays and reverbs and things that you normally would run a module into after as well. So we kind of, it evolved over time and became the Zoia eventually. But yeah, like the really nice thing about it is it's whatever you want it to be. So if you're a guitar player and you don't care about the synths, you know, make effects, build pedals. It's all MIDI controllable, so you can, you know, set up a pedal board that has you know, a bunch of buttons that turn on and off pedals or connect stuff or load presets. Or if you want to get super nerdy and make, you know, like computer noises, like go for it. You can go down that route.
And you also have that sequencing that you could use for the guitar.
You can use it for the guitar, I mean, you can control an effect with the sequencer. You can connect anything to anything. So it's not limited in like, oh, a sequencer has to be this. You can come up with new uses. You know, some of them might sound terrible, some might sound good, who knows, but that's part of the fun, right? It depends on how deep down the rabbit hole you want to go.
You have some presets that are loaded that are for
right now
guitar,
we do, and it will ship with a ton. The other thing is presets are shareable, so you can export them onto an SD card.
Oh yeah, the
upload them onto our website, and you can download stuff that other people have done too. So if you get a sound that you like, you can download it and then open it up and modify it, and you know, make it to how you're going to use it, right? Tailor it to your needs. So it's
very interesting.